Confirmed news. Eddie Rosario has a new home. The Milwaukee Brewers have signed a 33-year-old veteran to a minor league contract, assigning him to their Triple-A affiliate in Nashville. The information, initially reported by Adam McCabe of MLB.com, flew mostly under the radar, but it could have unexpected implications later this season. Rosario was released by the Dodgers in early April after an extremely brief stint, making just 2 appearances with the big league club. He then had a short stay with the Atlanta Braves, where he also failed to secure a spot. Now, he's trying to rebuild his path with the Nashville Sounds in a quiet race for one more shot at the MLB. What makes this story intriguing is what lies ahead on the schedule. The Dodgers face the Brewers twice in July, first in Milwaukee from the 7th to the 9th, then in Los Angeles from the 18th to the 20th. Rosario will be inside the opposing organization. And even without a guaranteed spot on the major league roster, the mere possibility of a reunion adds dramatic tension to those series. And it's not just any reunion. Rosario has history with the Dodgers, big-time history. In 2021, he was the main reason they were eliminated in the National League Championship Series, playing for the Atlanta Braves. With 14 hits and 25 at-bats, 3 home runs, and almost perfect offensive performance, he was named NLCS MVP. It was the kind of performance you don't forget. And for many Dodgers fans, it remains an open wound. Now, in 2025, Rosario is in a different reality. 3 teams in less than a month. Few real opportunities. Despite still playing at high minors that feels represents a short-term, but might just be another twist in his unpredictable career. If you follow this channel, you already know we go beyond the headlines. Context, history, and behind-the-scenes insight are always part of the story. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and leave a like. This kind of analysis isn't just anywhere. Here, every name has a past. And every past can become present again. Let's go back a bit. In February, the Dodgers signed Rosario to a minor league deal with a spring training invite. He arrived with moderate expectations, but with the prestige of someone who had won a World Series and delivered clutch postseason performances. However, in the Cactus League, his production fell short. Just 4 hits in 26 plate appearances, with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. As a result, he was assigned to the Oklahoma City Dodgers in Triple-A. That's where Rosario surprisingly shined. In 14 games, he hit .339 with solid plate discipline and strong offensive output. Those numbers earned him a call-up to the Dodgers' major league roster when Shohei Ohtani briefly stepped away for paternity leave. But the opportunity was short-lived. Just 2 appearances, 1 single, and he was released as soon as Ohtani returned. Even with such limited playing time, what stands out is the pattern. Rosario was quickly signed by the Braves, the team where he reached his peak in 2021, but in just 5 games, he went 1-for-8. Soon after, he was released to make room for another former Dodger, Luke Williams. And now, in May, the Brewers have emerged as his next chance. Milwaukee made no big announcement. A minor league deal, straight to Nashville. But the timing is interesting. The team is competitive, and their outfield has been dealing with inconsistencies. Rosario, while no longer a headline name, brings experience, steadiness, and a proven track record in big moments, especially in October. With career averages of .261/.298/.449 over 11 seasons, 169 home runs, and 583 RBIs, Rosario has built a solid career. His technical prime came in Minnesota, where he debuted in 2015 and played nearly 700 games over 6 years. But his emotional peak was undoubtedly the 2021 postseason. That October, he became a symbol of clutch performance and resilience. And that past is what still keeps him on teams' radars. The big question is, will there be enough time and space for Rosario to return to the MLB this season? The answer hinges on 2 factors. First, his performance in Nashville. Even in a limited sample, the Brewers will monitor his physical condition, consistency at the plate, and clubhouse impact. Second, the context of the major league roster. If injuries occur, if production dips, or if the team needs depth to endure the summer grind, Rosario could emerge as an immediate option. Someone who doesn't need time to adjust, who knows pressure, and who can perform in big moments. And of course, we can't ignore the symbolism of a potential reunion with the Dodgers. It doesn't matter if he's not starting, or even if he only appears as a pinch hitter. The emotional weight of Rosario returning to Dodger Stadium, with a third organization in a month, after being cast aside by LA just weeks earlier, that's pure cinema. More than just a roster move, that kind of reunion stirs a narrative, the fans' memories, and even the players' psyche on the field. And if baseball has taught us anything over more than a century, it's that the little things matter. And stories like this, as quiet as they may seem, can change the course of series. Do you believe Rosario still has something left to offer in the MLB? Or will this be just another short stop before retirement? Drop your thoughts below. Would you like to see him face the Dodgers in July? Do you think the Brewers will pull that trigger? A statement made by Jeff Passan, one of MLB's top insiders, is shaking up the league's backstage and reigniting rumors about the future of Paul Skenes, the breakout pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. During an appearance on the Pat McAfee show, Passan suggested that the Pirates should consider trading Skenes immediately if they're not confident they can keep him long-term. The comment gained traction and sparked a chain reaction, with fans, analysts, and even executives weighing in on a possibility that once seemed unthinkable. If they think they have no chance of signing him, then they should trade him, said Passan. And you could argue they should trade him now. With that statement, Skenes' name began circulating behind the scenes as a potential trade target. And among the teams emerging as serious contenders, one stands out: the Los Angeles Dodgers. Paul Skenes, 22, is viewed as the crown jewel of the Pirates' rotation. He currently holds a 2.63 ERA this season with 53 strikeouts. In 2024, he was named National League Rookie of the Year with an impressive 1.96 ERA over 23 games. Skenes was also announced as a starting pitcher for Team USA in the World Baseball Classic, a direct reflection of his immediate impact on the league. However, his individual performance contrasts sharply with the team's reality. The Pittsburgh Pirates are among the worst in the league, with just 15 wins and 29 losses so far. On top of that, the team just fired its manager in the midst of yet another disappointing season and ongoing structural uncertainty. Passan didn't hold back in criticizing the Pirates' handling of talents like Skenes. What incentive does Paul Skenes have to stay with the Pirates? Despite still playing down the front office, represents a short. The franchise has shown no willingness or ability to build a competitive team around him, Passan added. Following this analysis, columnist Jim Riley proposed a trade that quickly made waves, a deal between the Pirates and Dodgers that would send Paul Skenes to Los Angeles. The speculative trade package is as follows. Dodgers receive * Paul Skenes. Pirates receive * Dalton Rushing, Josue de Paula, Emil Morales, and Andy Pages. It's an aggressive offer. Rushing and de Paula are both ranked among the top 100 prospects in baseball. Emil Morales is the Dodgers' number 6 prospect, while Andy Pages is already in the majors and performing well at the plate. This would give the Pirates a chance to rebuild with young, high-upside talent, while the Dodgers would bolster a rotation that's already considered elite. The Dodgers have made it clear in recent years they aren't afraid to invest heavily in building powerhouse rosters. Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Tyler Glasnow, and Freddie Freeman are just a few marquee names the organization has added. With Skenes, the rotation would gain another high-impact arm, ready to compete for championships immediately and provide long-term consistency. What makes Rushing expendable for the Dodgers is the presence of Will Smith, the team's starting catcher, locked into a long-term deal. That reduces the likelihood that Rushing would ever take over behind the plate in LA. For the Pirates, this is a delicate situation. Even with a talent like Skenes, the lack of solid foundation and consistent competitiveness may push the player to seek an exit once he becomes a free agent in 2030. In that light, A trade could be a way to extract value before the market inevitably severs a bond between Skenes and Pittsburgh. At the same time, fans and analysts wonder if the Pirates are once again about to let go of generational talent out of fear of repeating past mistakes. As for the Dodgers, although they'd strengthened their roster even further, they'd also opened themselves up to renewed criticism. Many fans and rival executives already accuse them of buying championships. A trade for Skenes would only fuel that narrative, even if no rules are being broken. At the moment, no trade is confirmed, but Jeff Passan's comments have shifted the conversation surrounding Paul Skenes. What was once a far-fetched scenario is now being discussed as a concrete possibility, especially for a franchise like the Dodgers, who have the resources and the ambition to pull it off. The question remains, will the Pirates have the courage to consider this move? And are the Dodgers truly willing to part with so much young talent for a pitcher who, while promising, is still early in his career? MLB is watching closely, and so are we. If you want to follow every twist in this potential trade and other explosive moves this season, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave a comment below. Would you trade Paul Skenes now? Or is it still too early to give up on a future in Pittsburgh? See you in the next video.